Greetings, everyone. This is amalightworker, yet with another live stream. Merry Christmas to everyone and happy holiday season. I hope that everybody is safe and I hope that you are having a good time with your loved ones. If you are live, please write to me in the chat so that I know that you are here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amma Lightworker, and I do tarot readings, Akashic records reading, face readings. I provide a variety of services. I do Reiki. So for more information about me, my services and prices, please visit my website, www.amalightworker.com. And if you'd like to book a session with me, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. You can also find my contact information posted down here below in the show more description box. And I will also post it here as well in the chat. Okay, so for today, it's a very quiet Christmas, by the way, at least on my part. Okay, so what I did is I opened the Akashic records for Christmas 2021, and I'm going to tune in and see if there are any special messages for you at this time. Oh, thank you, Liz. Love 888 Spirit. Merry Christmas. D. John, how are you? Merry Christmas to you as well. This time around, you have to use your resilience. For a lot of people, this is a very unusual Christmas because of what you feel internally. You have to use your resilience to get through this phase because for a lot of you, you are getting ready for something to happen. And this period right now is that transition period where either you have to get ready emotionally or you have to get your finances in order. Or for some of you, you are getting ready to move and you have to prepare for that. It feels like this is the prelude of something wonderful that is about to happen in your life between now and April 2022. Take every opportunity now this weekend to kind of relax, to feel cozy at your home, because for a lot of you, your life is going to be rolling very fast. So this is, so to speak, the quiet before the storm. For those of you who are struggling with your health, either from the virus or from other reasons, it feels like your body needs a reset. Many of you could be feeling a little bit tired or feeling like, oh my God, you cannot get enough sleep. Many of you are craving the big parties and the big gatherings and dancing. And it feels that you have to be very careful with your next step. Okay. And I am also with your next step, physically walking, but also with your next step in your plan, whatever plans you have. Okay. You have to be very careful in how you're planning your next step or how you're going to be organizing your next step. And they're also showing me financial changes. So it's going to get a little difficult before it gets very, very good with your finances. And for many of you, you may be receiving postcards, well wishes, Christmas wishes or holiday wishes from the most unexpected sources. People with whom you haven't communicated in such a long time, suddenly they may reach out to you just to wish you, to give you their holiday wishes, to wish you Merry Christmas. It feels like everything that you believed so far to be true, now it's not true. You're discovering a lot more, okay? So maybe, so to speak, the illusion now is falling, the veil is falling, because a lot of stuff that you believed to be true in your life with your beliefs about a relationship, about a marriage, It feels like little by little that veil is coming off, because for many of you, you have been looking at a certain situation through rose-colored glasses. And finally, you are to the reality, to what is real, to what is true. At the same time, for many of you, you have to understand that you don't need to rush to decide anything, to set a goal for the new year. It feels like for many of you, whatever you may be feeling, thinking that you, or whatever you feel that you need to do in December and in January, those plans are going to change because your priorities are going to change. Therefore, you're going to have to change your goals, your course of action, and your direction accordingly. But remember that God is with you in every step of the way. Even of those moments when you feel that you need guidance, even in those moments when you feel that you are trying to communicate with your angels, your spirit guides, you are trying to get someone to listen to you or to help you. It feels like there's always angelic protection around you. And after all, Christmas is a celebration of the birth of Jesus. And in that regard, this is also a celebration of Mother Mary, because we are all celebrating the birth of her son. And Jesus is talking about, when you are a child, you have siblings and everybody's competing. Siblings are competing for the attention of the parents. And Jesus is here to remind you that he also had other siblings. Okay, so it's not always about him. And it's very normal for families to compete a little bit for attention, okay? Because after all, everybody is in search of love. Competing for attention is a sign that you feel that you need that, the lack of love. So there could be a little competition among siblings, but all in good spirit. And Jesus is showing up to remind you that whatever you have to eat, share it with those who don't have. Maybe somebody is too tired or too sick to cook, okay? Save them a portion of your dinner. You can always bring it to them tomorrow. Okay, save a plate for someone. It's a sign of love when you put a plate aside for someone. It's the simplest way to show that you care and to give, because it feels that Jesus never asked for a gift for himself, but he's asking for you to give. Is the season of giving, to connect to what initially initiated this big celebration. It's not about how expensive the gift that you get or the gift that you give is, if it is not appreciated, okay? Or if you do it to show off. It's all about to see, you know, um, when a child receives a gift, it's all about that expression in the child's face and the happiness that it brings. So connect to that, to the joy of your heart. And for many of us, because we have been feeling limited in one way or another due to what is happening in the world, and for some of you also due to your own personal circumstances, maybe you haven't felt so connected to the joy in your heart. So things are going to start to shift now. More and more, you are going to feel more connected to the joy in your heart. And this is also not only the season of giving, it's also the season of forgiveness. And it's very important for you to make peace with yourself, to make peace with your past, to make peace with others. So forgive all there is to forgive. And it feels like when your heart is ready, because you cannot push these things. Okay? You have your own time. You have to process your emotions. When you are ready, you are ready. Okay? Whatever opportunities may be waiting for you, they're always going to be there for you. Okay? They're going to wait for you to process your emotions. Okay? When it's time for you to feel it in your heart that you are forgiving someone, then everything is going to start from there. So to speak, the universe is waiting for you this time around. Okay, it's not you waiting for the universe. And find it in your heart to say a little prayer. Find it in your heart to say a little prayer for peace. Okay, it feels like, don't forget also to say a good wish for the world as long as it's coming from your heart, because when a lot of people tune in, okay, in the same prayer or in the same meditation or for the same desire, it does move the energy a lot. It helps to shift the energy as a globe, okay, for humanity. So find it in your heart to say a little prayer so that everyone finds peace and harmony in their hearts, so that humanity finds peace and harmony, so that we all find a way of understanding one another, because there are a lot of riots, a lot of problems with different countries where people are rebelling against the government, and governments maybe don't know, or depending on different governments are reacting to this differently to provide for their people. So peace begins in your heart. So this is Jesus again showing through this Akashic reading, telling you that peace begins in your heart. As long when you have peace, it's easy to find your way to happiness. So what brings you peace right now? Maybe a candle, maybe a dance, maybe a walk. Okay, so anything that brings peace. If you have to weigh your options, okay, go by what would bring you the most peace right now and start with that. And it is okay, okay, if the news on TV is too upsetting, it's okay to turn off your TV and to focus to something that brings you more joy. If it doesn't bring you peace, it's not for you. Okay, so do not be afraid to say no. It's very important at this time, this Christmas, that you respect what you feel internally, that you do not ignore your feelings, because how long can you go on by sweeping your feelings under the rug? You cannot go on doing this forever. And it's not unusual for me to open the Akashic records and to get an image of Jesus giving me a piece of bread. And every time I personally get this image from Jesus, something good is about to happen in my life. Okay. And this is not about what religion you have or faith you have, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a follower of another religion, or maybe you don't have a religion at all. Maybe you are agnostic, you don't believe in God, or you are spiritual. It doesn't matter on what kind of path in life you are, what kind of walk in life you are, what kind of nationality you are, what kind of language you speak. Okay, understand that these are universal forces at play, and Christ consciousness, it is one of those primary universal forces. And Jesus is also emphasizing the importance that Buddha is also another a universal force, just like is Muhammad preaching for the Muslim faith. Okay, because it feels, from our point of view here on earth, these are forces that always pull and push against each other. But out there in the ether, these are just as equally as important. And on his birthday, Jesus is also greeting through this live stream right now, is also greeting and bringing well wishes to non-Christians as well. When you dwell here on earth on personal issues, global issues, religion and faith issues, they try to guide you from up there, and it also creates some kind of a shift in their energy. And when they have something going on up there, that also reflects upon earth. because the axis of balance, the energetic axis, they're not talking about the axis of the globe um, that is established through science. They're talking about the energetic axis, okay, that connects the ether with the planet Earth, is now re-establishing. Okay, it's kind of coming back to its own again. Okay, and they're talking about in a couple of months, it feels like a situation. This is a personal circumstance for you will reach a culmination point, then everything is going to get better after that, like a flick, from 0 to 10. But they're also talking about this pandemic. There's going to be like this culmination that we are witnessing with the numbers rising before it gets better. But this is also to show that humanity is strong. We as human beings are strong because we still are continuing to live our lives. We're not locking ourselves up in the house again and being too afraid to live our lives. People are still going to work. People are still giving birth. People are still having normal activities, or at the very least, they're trying to, while still being careful. So understand that part of this process is also the effect of free will. The Akashic records at this time would like to emphasize the importance of free will, because a lot of what is happening globally with finances, with the virus, a lot of it also with politics, a lot of it has to deal with your free will individually, your free will as the community that you belong to, your free will as the country that you belong to, and therefore as humanity. So this is happening because our free will as humans is being tested. What are we going to do? How are we going to handle this pandemic? How are we going to handle differences in our families? How are we going to handle differences in a relationship, in a marriage? Okay, so it's all about how far you are willing to go to compromise before you realize that this is affecting your peace. Okay, so it's all about you coming back to you, to your soul, to the very essence of your soul. Okay, to what created your soul, okay, the purpose of your soul, because along the way maybe you have lost track of who you are. Okay, if it doesn't bring you peace anymore, it's not for you. Okay, so remember this for the next few days, for the next few weeks, for the next few months. If it doesn't bring you peace, it's not for you. So if it doesn't bring you peace, in the next few days, weeks, months, you're going to figure out a way to get out. Okay, a healthy way and a safe way to get out of whatever the circumstance may be for you. So yes, if it doesn't bring you peace, get out, but don't just quit and go just like that without having a plan. Okay, so once you set that intention, God will back you up. Okay, to find a solution, to find a way to get you out of that circumstance that doesn't bring you peace anymore. Okay, because if it doesn't bring you peace, then it's feeding your fear, and if it is feeding your fear, is affecting the joy in your life, and this is not a way to live. Okay, I'm getting an image of Jesus giving cash, and I'm asking, so this is a mental picture that I'm getting, and I'm going to ask, what does this mean? And they're saying, if you know someone who is struggling financially, and maybe $5 would help that person a lot. Okay, it's also okay, sometimes people, we exchange gifts the next day. We don't meet everybody in the day of Christmas to exchange gifts. So also remember that for some people, cash would be the best gift. Okay, and it's quite okay to give cash to people instead of a gift, because that cash may be a lot more useful to that person. And they're showing me rice. In many countries, in many cultures, rice also symbolizes abundance. And this may sound funny because it's sounding funny to me as I'm hearing this, but it's like maybe have a dish of rice or anything, any kind of cooking that has rice, like rice pudding, rice pilaf. Like maybe the next few days for some of you, it feels like I don't know, your stomach may be craving rice, but it feels like the food that will help you to sustain some kind of an energy that you are going through. So let me know about that connection to the rice, because I'm laughing because I actually had rice earlier. Okay, and I was planning of cooking something else, but somehow I ended up with making rice. Okay. So always wish the best for one another. And earlier, as I was scrolling through Instagram, there were a lot of people who were singing this song, I Pray for Your Healing. And the title of the song is God of the Possible by an artist called Katie Nichols. And she had very few followers on YouTube, but somehow her song was being picked up by different people, you know, doing those short videos on TikTok, on Instagram. And I believe that that girl, she just created that song and she doesn't have the full version yet. And the comments were overwhelming. Everybody wanted to get like the full version of the song, and apparently it's not available just yet. And when I got that song, the words on it, they were amazing. Okay, so if you could find her on YouTube, like too bad that I didn't prepare, you know, the link to that. But if you go on my Facebook page, I'm a LightWorker, Psychic and Healer on Facebook, I did post a link of her song. So you may find her on YouTube. So because the song says, I pray for your healing, a lot of people thought that that was the title of the song, but apparently is God of the possible. And the words of that were deeply, deeply meaningful. So I don't know whether she wrote the text or the music or she's just the singer, but it came in the right moment because there are no coincidences. And apparently, she's a Christian singer. So it felt like that woman, she was channeling something important because the amount of response was overwhelming, and I could see how talented she was and how far she's going to go in her career. One day, everybody's going to know her name. And it gave me a lot of joy and a lot of comfort. Like, listen to that song. I will post it in the description box down here. If later when I edit the video, I'm going to add more information to it. So they are asking everybody right now to take a deep breath, close your eyes. It feels like right now we need like a brief meditation, okay? And understand that the whole family is here, Jesus, Mother Mary, the rest of the siblings, his father, so everyone. So it feels like a family celebrating with other families. Okay, that is the connection here. Even though physically we're not together, okay, we are apart physically, but we are together in our hearts. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, breathing with your nose, out with your mouth. Think of anything that makes you laugh. What is the last thing that made you laugh? Was it an hour ago, several days ago, months ago, years ago? Something funny. Okay. Tell your heart will always remember that feeling, what made you laugh. So remember this feeling and stay in this space, in the space of laughter, in the space of what is funny, and being able to see the funny in everything, the funny in the tragic. Because to move and to push that energy right now through your heart, to push away what is accumulating in your heart that no longer serves you right, it feels like this energy needs to be pushed away, out through the pores of your skin, through a good laughter, the memory of a laughter. So take a deep breath in, breathe in. It's almost like they're showing me Charlie Chaplin. There's no need for words. Okay? There's no need for words. His movies had no sounds, yet they reached everybody because the laughter needs no translation. And they're talking about a red ribbon. Wear something red today. If you don't prefer red, maybe like a hot pink, so bright colors. Okay. In your heart, listen to your heart. Is there anyone right now that maybe is not physically present there with you? Okay. Imagine like you have this person present right in front of you. Connect heart to heart. Send that person that you wish to be there with you, but they couldn't. Okay. Or a group of people. Let your heart tell you what is it that you wanted to tell you. If they were there, would you hug them? Would you kiss them? Allow your heart to communicate with their heart like a psychic connection here. Because anywhere in the world where you are, you will feel the love coming to you. And anywhere in the world they are, they will feel the love coming from you to them. Because love knows no space, no boundaries, no time. Take a deep breath in, breathe in. And at the same time, you're going to see for yourself that whatever you are putting out there with your heart, you're going to see that you are also receiving a message. You're receiving love. You're receiving these good vibes in your heart as well. Whatever you put out there comes back to you. The love that you put out there comes back to you. Take another deep breath, breathe in, out. And I can feel for a lot of you, energy is moving down your spine. Okay, so physically, for some of you, maybe you had like problems with your spine. Like I can feel an energy shifting through the spine, from the shoulders down. Like some energy is opening up that maybe has been feeling trapped for a while. You know, being able to open up emotionally and feeling safe to give and to receive love, to be able to speak your truth without judgment. Okay, take another deep breath in, breathe in. And when you are ready to open your eyes, open your eyes. So it would be best if you keep your eyes closed all the time. And when you are ready, so please gently open your eyes, maybe drink some water. So remember, energy shifts through your breathing and through water, fluids, liquids, water. So if anyone wants to share your experience with this very brief meditation, I would very much appreciate that. And yet again, you can always watch the recording of this later, and you can do it on your own time. Not everybody is going to be able to tune in the meditation right away the first time. So I can see Anya online, Maria, how are you? Janelle, how are you? How's everything? So little Levi is growing up. Thank you so much. Greetings to your family as well. Warrior Girl, how are you? Pat Evans, Olivia, Merry Christmas, Olivia. Blue Eyes 85, Merry Christmas. Amy Moore, Merry Christmas. And thank you to everyone for being here. So D. Joe is saying that you felt heat in your spine. Yeah, because also that energy is connected to, it feels like for a lot of people, they needed to establish that connection with Mother Earth, grounding. And the energy can also move from, the lower chakras up, anywhere where your blockage was. For some people, it was from up, down. For other people, it was down, up, like kind of to open up your lower back. Maybe some problems, some people were having physical problems with that. So that is just to show you that a brief meditation, but it did help for some energy to shift in your body. So thank you, Dijo, for sharing that. I don't know if anybody else wants to share your experience or anything else. Maybe make a comment. I'm here because I want to talk to you. So I would like for the chat to see the chat moving a little bit. Okay. All right. Thank you. That was powerful. The love was powerful. Lots of tears, both happy and sad. Yeah. Because for you, you know, you had kept that in your heart and you needed to move. Okay. It's like a volcano. At some point, everything comes bubbling and it's about to burst. Okay. So every emotion will stay in your heart for a certain amount of time. And then after a while, it becomes inappropriate and it needs to be expressed. It needs to come out in some ways. You are very welcome, Blue Eyes. Okay, so I hope that everybody is doing well. I don't know if you are guys are celebrating with family. Is it just you? Okay, a couple of my friends are under quarantine, so nothing's much happening on with me. Some people are having the coronavirus for the second time, so unfortunately, we have to be careful, and we can't even see our friends at this time. So Blue Eyes felt peace and relax. Liz felt a little tightness in my chest. Meditation helped. Very, very welcome. And Liz, I hope that you feel better now. I know that you were struggling a little bit a couple of days ago. Okay, with an allergic reaction. I hope that you feel better now. Kayla, how are you? Merry Christmas. So remember, connecting to what brings you peace. Don't go by what is appropriate for me to feel, what is appropriate for me to do, what other people expect me to do. What brings you peace? And follow that. Respect that. You need to respect what you feel in your heart. Pat Evans, your heart skipped a beat. Okay, thank you for sharing that. And the Akashic records are telling me that I can take 2 questions if anyone has questions. And also, I would like for you to ask me general questions, okay, as well. Oh, thank you, Liz. Yeah, each day is better. That's fantastic. Thank you. Okay. So understand, I'm getting the sense, understand that nothing is written in stone. You have free will. And the Akashic Records would give you a baby step to do and some advice. And if you are to choose to follow that advice, that's how you ensure that prediction coming true. Okay, so remember, nothing is written in stone. The Akashic Records, yes, they do predictions, but mostly they give you advice and spiritual support, and you can also get healing through the Akashic Records, just like we did with the meditation a moment ago. Would I be successful purchasing a home in 2022? So where you stand right now, it's not a matter about you being successful in purchasing a home, okay? Because you are definitely going to purchase a home, but you may want to examine your life, whether this is the right time for you or not, because for you, the goal should not be, in 2022, I'm going to purchase a home. For you, the goal should be that, yes, I will purchase a home, okay? And the perfect home will find me. So in that perspective, you want to find the perfect home. In 2022 is very much possible. But you don't want to purchase something and later be like, oh, I don't like this about the house or I don't like that. So make sure that when you do decide to purchase a home, that this is it, that you are totally in love with that home because you are meant to be a homeowner. Okay. And it doesn't matter whether that happened in 2022, later, before. And I'm also getting the sense that you are also going to have like another property that you're going to rent out. But the trick for you is make sure that you are absolutely in love with the home and that you have a good financial solid plan, okay, to purchase the home, and everything else will go through. Okay, I'm getting a sense where you stand right now. It feels like toward the end, the later part of 2022, possibilities will open up for you. You're going to have a lot more possibilities opening up for you to purchase your home. So was Jesus' name at birth Joshua ben Miriam? They're telling me no, it was not. They're actually telling me that his family used to call him by a nickname. You know, sometimes the family abbreviates your name. Okay, but you also have to understand that he didn't live with his family much because at some point he had to leave. He travels. Okay, he got trained by different people because it was part of the path in his life. So to speak, he had to immigrate or he had to travel in other countries as part of what he was doing, preaching and all of that. So also in his family, different people also called him with different names as well. So Joshua, Jesus is something that was created after he passed. That's what they're telling me. Okay. So no, his family didn't call him Jesus or Joshua being Miriam. Blue eyes. I'm reading your questions. Again, because I don't know how old you are, this is not a personal reading, and it's not a private reading either. Okay, so from what I'm gathering, you may want to contact me privately for that to have a reading. But the first thing that the Akashic records show me is for you, Blue Eyes, not to discard the possibility of adoption. Okay, that's all they told me. So again, they're not telling me that, oh, you're not going to be able to naturally conceive and give birth. But for you, there's something for you to consider also, an adoption eventually. Maybe not right now, but in a few years, maybe. That's what I'm getting for you. Again, that's all I can answer in the prism of me. I don't know you and your situation. Okay, but I'm getting a sense that definitely you're going to be a mom. Okay, so for the time being, do consider an adoption in the future. Okay, not right now, but maybe in the future. So, do you mean, Kayla, do you mean things will become better for you in 2022 or in general? Because things are going to get better in 2022, 2023 is going to be even better. So, it's the beginning of things getting better, not right from the start. The beginning of 2022, it's not going to be this blessed new beginning and things moving. It's going to take a few months. I'm getting, the last 6 months of 2022 when generally things are going to go a little bit better for everyone in the world. Pat Evans, guidance on what should you focus at this time. Reflect, talk to yourself, understand yourself better before you decide on what to do next. It's all about you understanding yourself better because Pat, the Akashic records are telling me that you have a few misconceptions about yourself because you are told this is who you are, this is where you belong, this is what you need to do. It's all about you having a very honest conversation with yourself. Reflect on yourself, by yourself, with yourself. Reflect and see. You can see for yourself how much you have grown. Because what is being shown to me that you are a lot better than you believe yourself to be. Okay, just focus on your own personal development and finding some time to yourself. That's what I'm getting, like a healthy relationship with your self. Everything else, it feels like it's coming later. So this is the first baby step, a better relationship with yourself, time for reflection. And you may try meditation once in a while. That is also going to be the stepping stone of the rest of your life right now. Yeah, Annie Miklavich, she's saying that yes, you created rice about a week ago. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Liz. Guidance on the emotional issues I'm dealing with. Words cannot anymore express your emotional situation. And I can personally relate to that because it's very difficult sometimes. Words are just not enough to express what a person is going through internally. And you're not the only one. I understand completely your situation because I'm going through that. Okay, so it feels that for you, um, I'm getting the sense that sometimes even writing, it feels like you're feeling too many emotions for you to focus on writing. So I'm getting a sense of you doing something with your hands that will help you in that moment to focus, to shift the focus from that emotion that you are feeling to something that you can see that you are developing with your hands, like crocheting, sewing, gluing things together, crafts, okay, painting, drawing. Like I got painting, and that's my way of expressing my emotions. And it's very important that you also have people to talk to in that moment, people that you trust, because there is a little bit of some kind of an emotional abuse as well, and it's very difficult for you to trust. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Quino. Okay, so this is a baby step. Begin with that. You don't have to necessarily deal with your emotions only with your words. Right now, it's about it's too much that needs to come out. Okay, so find a different way where you can see that you are creating something with your hands and you can see everything being completed right there, because you're going to feel more productive that way. So I hope that this is making sense to you. I'm an artist and I just did sketches today and it was very therapeutic. Thank you. So again, sketches, drawing, paintings, but also something else. You can take a piece of ribbon and glue it with a glue gun, and here you go. You have you have a bow, you have a ribbon, okay, or you have a flower. So channel it through that. Okay, so sketches is one way. Maybe you're going to discover other ways that are artistic and therapeutic at the same. A very low grade fever. So Joe Angel has been experiencing a very low grade fever every morning now for 3 weeks with no other symptoms. Any idea what is going on with me? Already tested for virus, but result was negative. I'm getting something about your stomach. Again, because this is a medical reading, it's a medical question. Okay, I have to be careful with medical questions. So, for legal reasons, I have to say that I cannot diagnose, heal, or cure anything. This is just advice. Okay, it's a different kind of support. I'm actually getting the sense that something in your stomach is off. Okay, and maybe you need to check in with your doctor about something else, because that low grade temperature, for some reason, it's connected to what is going on with your stomach. So remember, did you get sick some time ago and maybe your stomach wasn't feeling okay? So there's something stomach related with that, but whatever it is not uh, it's not something that will damage your health or your body. Okay, I'm getting a sense like something like a pill, or like there's a medication and then the problem will be resolved. So for the time being, a painkiller will help you, but it's only a temporary fix. You need to call your doctor and maybe ask a few questions. Maybe it's going to be related to your stomach. That's what I'm getting for that one. So I hope that this is making sense uh, to you, Angel. Okay. So I hope that that made sense to everybody. And for some reason, Joe Angel, I need to go back to you, because for some reason, the Akashic records are reminding me that some time ago, years ago, I was having the same issue, like low grade fever in the morning and before I went to bed, and it came all of a sudden. And I had this burning sensation in my stomach, and it turns out that I had, if I remember it right, I need to think. There was the what is that virus called? I had a bacteria, uh, and they gave me antibiotics, and it was gone. But it was very little. In other words, so, nobody catched it on time. It was going on for like a year and a half or 2 years. That burning sensation and the low grade fever. Um, yeah, I forget the name of the bacteria. And they gave me like antibiotics for it. So for some reason, the Akashic records reminded me of that. I don't know if there is a question, but I just had to bring that up. Yeah, H by Lori. Thank you, Joe Angel. So that was in my case. So I don't know if that's related to you, but the Akashic records reminded me of that. So let me know how you're going to do. Okay, so talk to your doctor about it. Okay. So I hope that this is making sense to you guys. Again, you can contact me for a private reading at amalightworker@gmail.com. Please visit my website, www.amalightworker.com. Happy holidays to you as well. And I am in the process of moving. So things are going to be a little bit hectic, okay, between now and the end of January, because I am relocating. Okay, so I will try to do all of the readings first and fulfill the orders, or whoever wants to buy a painting, you gotta buy a painting now. Okay, email me, contact me, because I will be moving, and I am moving out of United States. So if you're ordering a painting and then I have to ship it, the shipping along is going to be expensive because I am moving out of United States. Okay, so finger crossed. So contact me. I wish you the very best to you and your family. Merry Christmas. Again, happy holidays, and I will reconnect with you in another video. Bye for now.